Alright, hey guys, welcome to the video for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. My name is Ventus. In this Final Fantasy VII Rebirth guide video, I'm going to show you how to get elemental materia. This video is sponsored by Square Enix for providing me with a free copy of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to tell you about two elemental materias. The first one you can get kinda early in the Junon region. You get it from Chadley by unlocking and completing his combat simulator training titled Junon Battle Intel, Conqueror of the Skies. You unlock this simulator mission by finding and defeating the Fiend Intel missions for the Fonadu and the Stormwing. To get Fiend Intel missions to pop up on your map, you must locate and activate the regional towers. Here are the locations for both of those Fiend Intels. The Stormwing fight is actually pretty simple, however for the Fonadu, to complete all objectives, you have to pressure it in a very specific way. Please see the video guide that I've made for pressuring the Fonadu for more details. Once you have completed both of these Fiend Intel missions, you will unlock the mission with Chadley for Junon Battle Intel, Conqueror of the Skies. Report to Chadley and take on the mission to receive the first piece of elemental materia in the game. The second elemental materia, you must play through the game to Chapter 9 where you enter the Gongaga region. Just like with the Junon region, the elemental materia here is locked behind a Battle Intel mission called Gongaga Battle Intel Distant Tremors. For this one, you'll have to unlock the Fiend Battle Intel missions for the Savage Grandhorn and the Malurus. Here are their locations on the map. To get these Fiend Intel missions to appear on your map, you will again have to activate regional towers for the Gongaga Ruins Tower and the Fungi Forest Tower. The Gongaga Ruins Tower allows you to take on the Fiend Intel Maddened by Mako and the Savage Grandhorn. The Fungi Forest Tower unlocks the Fiend Intel for a two-pronged assault and the Malurus. Now I'm going to give you some tips for both of these fights. For the Savage Grandhorn, the trick here is to use Cloud, and while it's guarding, use Cloud in Punisher mode to attack it twice. After you attack it twice, it will counterattack. That's when you hold block and get a Punisher mode block and counter. This will pressure it, and from there you can stagger it with repeated attacks. You can also pressure it while it's guarding with Braver or some other weapon ability. For the initial fight out in the world map, you only have to fight one of them, so it can be dealt with really quickly by powerful fire spells. However, in the combat simulator, you'll have to go against two of them in one round. My advice is to put one of them to sleep using binding materia while you deal with the other one. If one of the Savage Grandhorns uses Earthbound on one of your characters, all you have to do is stagger the one that did it, and your character will be freed. For the Malurus, again, you only fight one of these creatures out in the wild, and repeated fire magic attacks can quickly stagger it. It does a lot of melee attacks that Cloud can counter with Punisher mode as well. But once again, in the combat simulator, you'll have to deal with two of these at one time in one round. And again, I suggest putting one to sleep with binding materia. I actually equipped two characters to sleep for this fight. Make use of Red 13's blocking abilities, his normal block and counter, as well as his sentinel stance. And if you're going to go with the sleeping route, make sure to have an ATB charge ready to put one of them to sleep when you're about to stagger the other. You don't want one to interrupt you while you're destroying the staggered one.
Finish it, finish it. Say your prayer.
Now, in between these two fights in the combat simulator, you'll have to fight two flying sandstorm drakes. They are weak to wind and can easily be pressured by repeated attacks. I found that attacking one from behind while it's locked onto another character worked really well. I would use Cloud for this, using his ability to dodge, then hold attack to flash step to within melee range of the target. These two are easily defeated, especially if you put one of them to sleep. I ended up being able to finish the entire combat simulator fight without much problem using Cloud, Red 13, and Barrett. All characters have heal materia, while Red and Barrett have binding materia. On Cloud, I use First Strike materia, ATB stagger, healing, and magic focus paired with fire. The weapon I used was the Buster Sword, though the Rune Blade is probably a better choice because of its boost to magic attack power. Here's the rest of the materia that I used on Red 13 and Barrett. Using elemental materia slotted with fire on Barrett's weapon seemed like a really good idea in this fight as well because of his overcharge attack. It turns into a powerful attack against both creatures. So once you defeat this challenge for Chadley, you get rewarded with the second elemental materia. Now, I've heard rumors of there being a third elemental materia somewhere in the game. When I find it, I'll make a video on how to get it, so check back to this channel often. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video. If it was helpful, I'd appreciate a like on the video and your sub to the channel. For more, head to my channel and check out my playlist for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.